So I just set up for the thumbnail, and then when I was putting my microphone on, everything fell, and one by ones went flying everywhere. Boom, gone. Oops. Hey, it's Jabba. Welcome to BrickTsar. So I think I've scientifically proven to myself anyway, not on camera, that the new mosaics, or the new LEGO Art, whatever they're calling it, this is the Sith one we're going to be looking at, they stand up on their own better than the old mosaic. So I had the old mosaic standing up just for the thumbnail picture, and before I could do anything, it fell over. In fact, they can't stand up on their own. It was the box, and I just wanted to get the picture. And so I had the leftover parts here on the side. These are the 1x1s, the round studs that are used to build this, which is different than the old mosaic. So I'll show you what one of these looks like compared to the old mosaics. But it actually, this is the weirdest thing. The change in your depth perception or the focal length or whatever it is. When I look at this, I'm standing behind, see here I am, just my hand. I'm behind the camera. I look at it and I say, okay, I guess that's Darth Maul. But when I look on the screen, it looks better. It actually, yeah, it looks better because it makes it look like it's further away. So that's the thing with the mosaics. The closer you get to them, the more pixelated they look, and the further away, the better your eyes adjust to it. So just looking at this, it actually, it's one of those times when it turns out better on camera than when in person. I wonder how far away I'd have to be for it to look like this, what it looks like on the camera, but we're not going to worry about that right now. It's just weird. Just looking at it, it's like, I can't tell what that is, but if I just look on the, wow. Anyway, so I built this. The build style is so much easier and it's so much sturdier. You get an actual thing that you can hold, and it's not too flimsy or anything like the old ones. It actually looks like a picture frame when you're done. There's the back of it. So it uses these new 16 by 16 bricks. They're like they're almost like Mills plates that people would make or something. And they're joined by Technic studs, and then after you get done, you build a frame around it with 1x12s and 16s, I think. I don't know why they didn't put tiles, like a corner tile here on the corner. They have studs. I think the corner tile would have made it look all smooth, but maybe they got a reason for that. And also the build uses round studs, so seemingly fairly common parts. But as I showed in a previous video, a lot of these colors have never been made as round 1x1 studs before. So you're getting a lot of new colors or quantity of colors that you never had before. I think dark blue appeared in a set, but not in these quantities. Orange, very common. Black, red, common. But dark blue, dark red, sand blue, the bright light yellow, and those colors in particular. Oh, and there's a dark brown and this flat silver, whatever that, I don't know, it's not silver, but basically there's 12 different colors you get. Let me show you. So this is what's left over after building Darth Maul. Darth Maul uses a lot of the reds and the oranges. Probably all of the oranges are specifically just for Darth Maul. So I think they give you a few extra, which is good, because when I was building this, pieces went flying. I was building it in the living room while we were watching TV. We watched Jurassic Park, which is appropriate. You know, instead of watching Star Wars, we watched Jurassic Park. Actually, we watched The Lost World. But it's a very quick build. Even though it's 3,000 piece build, actually there's probably less than 3,000 pieces in this, because yeah, you get a lot of leftover. So these must be used heavily on Darth Vader. I think, yeah, I see a lot of those silvery pieces on the Darth Vader build. So a lot of those left over, a lot of dark gray, light gray, sand blue, dark blue, white, all that was left over. The white, I think, is mainly on Kylo Ren, the other alternate build there. Yeah, so I don't know what the people that are just going to be building one of these, yeah, that's a lot of leftover parts, and you would have the exact same number of leftover parts on any build. The only exception is you can choose to have the Star Wars tile, which is on a 2x4 plate right there, or actually you could have the studs. So they showed some bright light yellow and then white studs right there, so you can choose what you want to do there. All right, so the instructions show the wrong way to do this. Let me show you this. Yeah. Boom. He's got them all mixed together. I wouldn't recommend that. I am disappointed that they don't have in the instructions how to build the Darth Vader there, which requires 3 of the sets to build. And I can't imagine you've got this many. You have 3 times this many parts left over. Plus, you won't be using all of the bricks either, I imagine, because the bricks will just go around the perimeter. So you'll have a number of bricks left over. It makes me wonder if you built this, or no, if you built this, how many parts would you have left over, and would you have enough, at least as far as the studs, to build one of the other models? Be interesting to see. Like, you could build 4 models with 3 kits, except you wouldn't obviously have the bases, because you do need all of the bases to build that. But yeah, that's the instructions. Just has the 3 models, and I do like how they do it in a 16x16 grid. The colors, yeah, they're not the easiest. I mean, at least they use different colors that you can kind of tell. You got the shiny one. This is the shiny one. So I did number them. Like they have the black is 1, the shiny one is 2, dark gray, like 6. And after a while, you start thinking of these in terms of the number instead of the color. It wasn't very many steps into it. I was like 6, 12, 11, 10, 9. I mean, it's like 1. You start thinking of that. And so, yeah, Darth Maul obviously used a lot of those colors there. Now let's compare it to the old style mosaics. So this is Johnny Gunda. See how flimsy that is? Because it's just on a 48x48 base plate. So it's a little bit smaller because this is 48x48 with the frame. And the instructions were paint by number. And I bought this one used. I would not have done this personally, but somebody was marking them off as they did them. I think that was a very stupid idea to do it that way. And same thing, you get a lot of leftover pieces, but they only use 5 colors. This is old gray color, so you got white, very light gray, light gray, dark gray, and black. And in this picture is actually a little bit smaller because this is on a 48x48 base plate, but you got the slopes going around the edge. So it really makes it 44x44 picture. So you get a little bit more resolution, I guess. I don't know, not resolution, but area. Because it's still 1x1. But I don't know, what do you think? Do you like the studs method or the 1x1 plate method? Now, to take 1x1 plates off, it is a little tricky, but I have found that if you take a brick, like a 1x1 brick or a stack of 1x1 plates, you can actually just put them down there. I was going to show you, but just stack them up. You click on that, and it usually pulls the piece right up. So you can do it that way. That's what I've had to do when I've made mistakes when I was building these. But yeah, these are really flimsy because it's just on a plate, and you have that hook to hold it. And so here's the one of my daughter. I just put a screw through the wall to hold it. Here's my wife, Mrs. BrickTsar. These are from 20 years ago, so the whites have really yellowed on these, really bad. I could probably touch those up, but I'd have to take them apart to do that. I thought about doing that, just pulling all the whites off and doing the hydrogen peroxide with them, or just outright replacing them. The other middle colors they don't make anymore. White and black they still make. The 3 grays they don't make anymore. But that's how you would hang these up. One thing that's very neat is they have these elements here, Technic elements that are designed, I guess, for your they're specifically designed to hold the frame up. So these are very special elements. You can put them right on a nail or a screw one of those picture frame type holders that you put in your sheetrock, and I guess you just got to measure it out where they will go. Might be a little tricky to get it in there, but that's a neat feature. It's a lot better than this. I thought it would be neat to redo these where you put them on the frame for the new art. Again, you'd have this frame, so I'd have to figure out some way of changing that. Maybe have tiles go around here, so you got more of a mat instead of the frame, and then take all of these off. So basically, build it on the same base that you have the. Oh, look at that! I'm breaking it. Build it on the same base, but on. Oh, God, this is what I hate about these things. How am I going to get this off of here? There we go. Whew. Yeah, this is not very. It's just not safe. I'm sure if somebody had these displayed in their house over time, that eventually they would fall and break. So, I think you're seeing the superiority of the new style over the old style. But if they weren't so expensive, I would like to at least try that, to get the 16 by 16s and build a frame for these. But I think it would involve taking them all off. The other thing is you could take the slopes off and then kind of hold the base plate in with the frame. That's another possibility. So you could build a 3 wide frame going around to hold this in. I don't know. Tell me what you think. But anyway, I got all of the mosaics they ever made in this style. I've done videos on those, so you can check those out. Plus, I got the 2 personalized ones, which is the way they started out. They started out as personalized ones. Unfortunately, I still have not built the ones that you can get at some of the LEGO stores. The one I did of myself, we got one that They Might Be Bricks did. Haven't built those yet. Maybe I should build those. But anyway, that's an overview of some of the mosaics. Let me know what you think, and are you going to be getting any of these, or are you just looking at the price, because it is kind of high price. I don't know if they'll ever go on sale. They might. I do know that these are basically 3 times the cost of those. Those were either 30 or 35. If they were 30, then these are 4 times. So basically, for the price of one of these, you could buy all 4 of those within a few dollars. Ooh, that makes it sound bad. But this is more sturdy. And plus, we're in 2020. Those came out like 2001 or something, 2003. These were made, I think, when the personalized ones were being phased out. They just wanted to get rid of the plates, so they made some of these kits. That's what I think. But anyway, if you want me to show more of those, I've done videos on all of them. But anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about now. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. It's BrickTsar.